Alright, took me about maybe 20 minutes, got all the pieces cut. That's just the layout of the first side. Little plan I'm working by. Makes it much easier to have a little cut-off saw. You can set up a jig and cut as many pieces as you want that way. Now here we got the two trusses done. Just use brad nails, bit of glue. You know, you could always use some smaller screws. Just make sure you pre-drill first. Alright, I've got the trusses mounted. You can see I just mounted it to a 2x2. And then that way it gives me a ledge to put the plywood on. Alright, as you can see, I've got the truss bridge pretty much done there. Just joined it together at the top there with some 1x1s as well. I just used a sheet of 1/4 inch plywood I had around for the end here. I'll show you. Yeah, you can see here. Now I screwed the plywood down as well as these 2x2 cross pieces here. That way if you do need to take it apart, you're not going to be ripping that all apart with glued pieces. Alright, that was one bridge done. We got the truss done now. This will be the next one. We'll try and attempt to do one similar to that, but with the suspension cables. Stay tuned for the next one. Alright, well, we're going to start again trying to make a suspension bridge here. Now, I've gone ahead and cut all my pieces here. And I got all the rough lengths and that on the drawing. But this will be the one tower, and I'll just assemble it here like this, and I'll just set it on the base, roughly like that. And again, I'll be gluing it together. You can use screws, nails, whatever works for you. Okay, here we've got the 4 towers done. This will give you an idea, anyways. Nothing too difficult about it, just layer a few blocks together. Okay, as you can see now, I just screwed on a couple of the 2x2s and just to the back side here. And that'll work. It's not truly a suspension bridge, but it's a good way of tying the deck in with the uprights here. All right, for now, I just drilled a 3/16 hole, and I've got some 3/16 cable I picked up, and then I'm just going to hook it over like this. Where are we? Hook that over like that. I've got a little clip here. You can buy those at the hardware store. And I just fish that onto the wire, give it a crimp, and then after I get a few more of these all cut up here, I'll lay them out. Just hang them down like that for now. Okay, now I've made up all my wire ends, and all I did is just cut them to length, and then on the end here is I pre-bent the wire like that, and then I would just fish this up in there, and I won't crimp these ends until I've already got it placed up here on the cable. So this will allow me to pull this back and fish the wire right through the end. Alright, I've got the wire all ran there. I've just put stapled it on to hold it for temporary for right now. And then I'll cut some my 1x2, 1x1 strips again. And I'll just be putting those on like that. And I'll be putting the screw through at each wire, and that'll pinch it together good enough. And that way if it sags a little bit later, you can loosen off the screw. Just pull it tight again. More to come. Okay. Here's one side laid out there. I end up using a little bigger strip. I just screwed on a 1x2 here, pre-drilled around there so it'll split this. And it's enough of a tension to keep this wire in there really good. Alright, finally nice enough for me to get outside, and I got this put together. I just used a piece of plywood at the top here. Hold this all together. That's pretty simple. You can go through some more detail later sometime, but just having an RC drive over it, well, you don't need a lot of detail. Well, here's both of them together. No paint or anything, but I think they'll make a good addition to any crawler track. And I'll be adding on to this and getting this all foamed up next.